To receive a physical package at your front door, you have to tell the sender your home address. The internet works the exact same way. Every time you load a website or stream a video, your device broadcasts a unique string of numbers, your IP address. Without handing over that specific sequence, the infrastructure of the web simply has no idea where to route the text, images, and video back to you. It is the mandatory digital return address for any device connecting to a network. Pop culture has trained us to misunderstand what this number actually reveals. If you've ever watched a spy thriller, you have likely seen someone type furiously on a keyboard to trace an IP address straight to a red dot on a specific individual house. This map shows how real-world geolocation actually behaves. Instead of pinpointing your street address, an IP lookup traces back to your internet service provider's local routing node or data center. At a national scale, this data is incredibly reliable, hitting 99% accuracy at the country level. But drilling down to specific cities, that reliability drops to roughly 50 to 80%. While an IP address won't broadcast your exact front door to the world, it exposes a massive amount of regional, behavioral, and structural data. Understanding exactly what that data looks like is the first step in auditing your digital footprint. When a website captures your IP, it can pull an instant technical dossier. This includes the name of your internet service provider, your general time zone, the overarching organization tied to the network, and diagnostic flags that detect if you are hiding behind a VPN. But there is a strict architectural rule governing all of this. External lookups only function out on the open public internet. Inside your home, the rules change entirely. Inside your house, your router assigns local addresses to your phone, laptop, and smart TV, usually starting with 192.168. These numbers mean absolutely nothing to the outside world until they combine and hit your router, which then stamps all of your household traffic with a single, unique public IP. Once that public IP is out in the wild, the organization data attached to it provides immense behavioral context. A lookup immediately distinguishes whether a connection is coming from a regular residential Comcast user sitting in their living room or a massive Amazon Web Services server farm. Network administrators rely on this structural separation every day. It gives them the baseline data required to distinguish a genuine human visitor from an automated piece of cloud infrastructure. That raw data actively drives the defense systems of the modern web, deployed in 5 specific ways to secure networks. First, it verifies personal privacy tools. If you use a VPN to mask your location, checking your public IP before and after you connect is the only mathematical way to confirm your traffic is successfully routing through a new server in another country. Second, platforms monitor these connections to secure your accounts. If your email is usually accessed from a residential node in Ohio, and suddenly a login request arrives from a foreign data center across the globe, the system flags it. The IP discrepancy reveals an account takeover in progress. Third, security teams use this data to fend off automated attacks. By filtering out incoming traffic that originates from known cloud hosting providers like DigitalOcean, they strip away malicious bot networks before they ever reach a website. Fourth, e-commerce platforms employ a similar tactic to stop financial fraud. When someone places an order, the system compares the physical geographic region of the connecting IP address directly against the buyer's credit card billing address. If they don't match, the transaction is frozen. Finally, IT professionals use IP addresses to diagnose the physical infrastructure of the internet itself. By running a traceroute, they map the exact sequence of network hops a data packet takes, identifying precisely which server node is bottlenecking your internet speeds. By mapping, filtering, and cross-referencing this string of numbers, a passive internet connection becomes an active diagnostic security protocol. Because this information maps directly to human behavior, governments have stepped in to regulate how it can be handled. Under rigorous modern privacy frameworks like the European Union's GDPR, this string of routing numbers is officially classified as protected personal data. This classification draws a sharp line in the sand. Looking up your own IP address to see what information you broadcast is a smart defensive measure. But tracking other individuals without their explicit consent crosses a strict legal threshold. You now possess the technical literacy to understand what your device is telling the internet. You can now audit and secure your personal digital footprint. To see exactly what websites pull when you connect, You can test your exposure right now using the free ToolStack IP address lookup utility. The tool takes about 30 seconds to run and requires absolutely no signup. Because all the data is retrieved locally by your browser, there is zero tracking and your information is never logged. If you want to keep exploring the mechanics of the internet, make sure to subscribe. Understanding the exact shape of your digital footprint is the only way to control who gets to track it.